Gun control. Probably one of the most stupidest things in the world. Well, in the U.S. Because, well, in the world. Yeah. So for all you liberals out there, how's gun control going, huh? Is it working? Didn't think so. For all you liberals that just said yeah, why? Why are you so stupid? First off, how are you gonna ban a person from defending themselves against harm? Which hasn't worked. And second, why are you trying to stop a person from defending themselves? That's a really good question. But I have a really good answer to that. Because you're retarded. Plain and simple. Here's some evidence. I'm gonna ban semi-auto guns. I can make a semi-auto gun out of a tattoo gun and a freaking steel pipe. Tattoo gun goes boom, 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 boom. Right? You just need a freaking magazine. About $75, depending on where you're at and how much tattoo machines magazines, and a steel pipe costs. Because it's as easy as magazine has spring pressure, pushes them up when one's fired and ejected. Other one comes up, gets fired and ejected. Just like that. I just realized something I said semi-auto, I mean full auto. But I could still make one of those. And also, how are them gun-free zones working for you? I, of course, being me, a smart person, did my research. "95% of the shootings in 2007, from 2005 to 2017 happened in a gun-free zone." And you wonder why. Let's get into the mind of a shooter. If you want to cause as much damage as you can, are you going to go to a gun shop and try and shoot everybody in the gun shop? Actually, let's just say in Texas. If you're in Texas and you go to a gun shop and you try and shoot people in there, you might get one person before like 4 or 5 people who are open or concealed carrying shoot your ass. Now, but if you want to cause as much damage as you can, you're going to want to go to a place where there's no guns, No people who are going to fight back. A lot of people. And a place that's wide open. That's just me being me. Because I have researched all this. And I know the facts. A shooter is not going to walk into a freaking gun club and shoot the place up if he's smart. He's going to go into a gun-free zone where there's no guns. There's nobody with guns. There's nobody that's going to fight back. There's somebody that's just going to lay down on the ground and scream. Because there's no one that's going to shoot back at him. Yeah, there's security cameras. Yeah, you might get caught. You might get shot by the police 15 minutes after the shooting happens. Because that is the maximum amount of time. That is 15 minutes and 45 seconds is the slowest. Actually, it's about the average response time for first responders to show up to a terror attack. Now, yeah, there maybe 2 or 3 minutes. One or two might show up, but that's because they're in the area. But still, that's 2 or 3 minutes to sit there and fire off a bunch of rounds and kill a bunch of people and do a bunch of damage. But, hey, most people are going to be carrying a 9mm, a Colt 1911, or Colt 45. Or if you're in a place like Louisiana where a guy carries off a sawed-off shotgun, 12 gauge. Those average anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 feet per second. That is a fast response time, don't you think? I think that. So, for all you liberals or people who think gun control and gun-free zones are going to work, why don't you go do some research? Why don't you go do yourself and your peers a favor? Go get a gun. Go get a carry permit. Go learn how to use a gun. And protect yourself and others in the area. Because something could happen at any given moment. Do the people in Las Vegas expect that to happen? No. Do the people in New York expect that to happen? No. Now, I mean, somebody with a handgun certainly could not have stopped 9/11. But, no, that's a whole different topic. I'm not even gonna get into that. And, but they're in Las Vegas. They're in Texas. They're in Colorado. They're in Minnesota at that mall. They're in Boston. They did not expect that to happen. But all those places I named off except for one is a gun-free zone. Texas. Guess what happened? Guy with a rifle stopped the guy. You guys still want gun-free zones. Interesting. It's so interesting, yet so stupid. I'm losing brain cells thinking about it, but it's just interesting to think about. The more I look into it, the more I lose brain cells. Let's say, okay, this is a fishing channel, kind of. So if you're a fisherman, are you gonna go to a place a pressured pond, somewhere where the fish have seen every bait in the world, rattle traps, crankbaits, square bills, soft plastics, jigs, flukes, worms, chicken liver, everything, and they're not gonna fall for it? Or are you gonna go to a nice pond in the middle of nowhere where if you toss a soft plastic out there, let's say a Senko, Texas rig, wacky rig, whatever, they're gonna see that and they're gonna be like, hey, that looks tasty. I've never seen that before. Let's go investigate it. Pressured pond, not a gun-free zone. They're not gonna fall for that bullshit. They've learned to tell the difference between what to eat and not to eat. But a nice pond outside, let me fix this lighting. There you go. But a non-pressured pond is a gun-free zone. They're gonna fall for that dumb shit. That's just kind of like in the mind of a shooter. You know, are you gonna go to a pressured pond? Or are you gonna go to a pond that you know nobody fishes, rarely? You know, the fish are gonna bite just about everything you toss in there. And you're gonna catch them. Just think about that. Before I turn this off and upload this video and edit it and all that stuff, here's something for you liberals to simmer on. You're 12. Okay, it's your birthday. It's your 12th birthday. Your parents are totally anti-gun, they're like pro-gun free, pro-gun control. Okay, so you walk into a mall, your parents are giving you some money or something for your birthday. You walk into a mall, you choose your favorite spot that you've been wanting to go to because they have this certain item that you really want. And you have the right amount of money. You walk in there, there's a guy at the cash register. He's about $10 short. Can't buy what he wants. Tells the cashier that he'll come back and pay the rest. She says no. He says it again. He says, okay, this is your last time. Can I take my item home? Grab some more money? Bring the money back and pay for it? Cash register says no. Man pulls out a gun, orders money, takes his item, and shoots the place up. And leaves. And he probably didn't get far because of the cops. Or because of security, or something like that. Let's just say the mall was a gun-free zone. But if your parents were pro-gun, anti-gun free zones, anti-gun control, both of your parents carried firearms, that situation could have ended a lot different. The second that man pulled out a handgun, if your parents had the proper training and knew what to do, they would have pulled out their gun and ended it right then and there. Quite possibly that That guy could have been the only one hurt. Just think about that before you choose which side you're going to go on. Okay? Now, yeah, there's some people out there that are going to, contradict this. So, I'll listen. I'll listen to what you have to say. Some of it might be interesting, some of it might be right. Like, oh, well, they have cops at the malls, they have security guards, all that stuff. But yeah. But, just simmer on that. Just think about it. Just comment what you think. Comment which side you choose. I just might make a video on one of your comments, or I might just make a video on all the comments I get. So, for you liberals, go die in a hole. For you, conservatives, stay frosty, my friends.